Raj Stark, founder of Connect In. Recently, you would have seen us on the Dragon's Den. Just appeared last month, and since then I have been getting a ton of questions. So how was it? How was the experience? What happened in there? Was it scary? Was it good? I mean, I saw you guys got this offer, and then what happened with this offer? And well, I thought, well, might as well clarify things a little here. So we went to the Dragon's Den. That was actually last year in April. Well, believe it or not, the auditions were in January. So it's only a year later you actually saw us appear on the show. What happens in the den does not need to stay inside the den. So here's the true story. We had our auditions in January. We pitched in front of the Dragons on 23rd of April, the day when we got the offer from one of the Dragons, Peter Jones, basically who we were after given his experience in the telecom industry. So we were delighted to have got the offer, maybe not at the valuation which we wanted. You probably saw me negotiating for a good 2 minutes on the show. Well, the actual negotiation was half an hour, by the way. That's what happens, they cut and edit to show you the bits and pieces that maybe whatever is relevant for the TV audience. So it was a great experience nonetheless. We spent the whole day from 5 a.m. in the morning till about 4 p.m. in the studio. We met 4 of the other teams who were pitching at the same day, and as we understood, we were the only ones who had an offer made that day. The offer was for £100,000 in Connect In exchange for 30% of equity stake in the company. Since that sort of handshake, we did evaluate the pros and cons from both sides. We had multiple meetings with both Peter and the rest of his team in Marlow. And eventually we decided that this is not maybe the right stage for either the company or the investor to proceed with the actual funding. So we have now moved, and the reason to have the funds was to actually bring you a whole new version, Xupo. Now, this is what we are doing right now. We are making Xupo. Now, before we started building this product, we did ask ourselves the question, does the world need another Bluetooth tracker? And we have tested not one, not 2, but 20 other trackers. So yes, and maybe there are a lot more. We took out the 20 best ones. We found something interesting about all of them, but ultimately what we wanted to do is build something we really wanted to use or care about. And that, we believe, is Xupo, which we are actually crowdfunding right now. We have more than 50 that's already being tested all around Glasgow and Edinburgh. We are looking to ship them pretty much all over the world as soon as our campaign ends. The reason from moving from Lupo to Xupo is, you would say, what's in a name, but actually it's a lot more. Xupo it's a new product inside basically, and what we think Xupo is, it's the world's first coin-sized computer. So if you think of what's called the Internet of Things, the third wave, that's basically, so we had the first wave, which was the personal computer. So this is when, a lot of investments were going in space and big things, whereas nobody cared about those little things, the personal computer, which ultimately made a bigger difference in our lives than those big things, if you say. Yeah. So from that first wave, moved on to what's called the next wave, the age of Google, information age. What's predicted to be the third wave is those no more one big thing, but many small things waking up connected. And we want to play a part of it. We want to make sure you have one thing that really changes your life by saving your morning. When you can't find your car keys, all you do is go into an app and click find. But the potential here lies much more, which is why Connectin is one of the only companies which has an open API strategy, so you can build other things with it. Also, many of our competition wants to lock you in with not being able to change batteries and so on, but we have taken a lot of care in design, in function, to make sure the hardware is reusable, not goes to the bin straight away. The software is reusable with the open APIs, as well as a user experience that matters. Yeah, so that's what we are doing with Xupo today. Go to myxupo.com, that's our new website that tells you what it is. You can find it, call it, map it with Xupo. Doesn't get easier than that.